Libra placements. This is going to be a Libra only reading for any placement, whether it's Sun, Moon, Rising, Mercury, Lilith, it does not matter. This will be timeless as well. It is a general reading, so you will have to possibly flip the roles, take what resonates and toss what doesn't. And also, we don't really pay attention to genders. I also do have my manifestation oils for sale. I have one for attracting genuine love, platonic or romantic, and also this works towards self-love. I have spiritual DNA oil, which I've been going overboard on these two. The first 10 people to order will have 24 karat gold put in this. I've been charging it through 2 full moons, so they're extremely powerful. You only need like 2 to 3 drops. And I also have my protection and money and abundance oil. I've been using this more lately because I was kind of more focused on those other two the first month and a half, but now that my love life is straight, I'm like, okay, now I can move on to my money. So yeah, go ahead and check that out. The link will be in the description box below because it has changed my life. Look at it. I've been going overboard, so don't be like me and use the whole bottle at once. But I just had to test it out. So yeah, that stuff works. So let's take a look, Libra. Let's see what you guys need to know around this time. We have the Devil, the Hangman, the Five of Pentacles, the Emperor, Seven of Cups, Two of Cups, Two of Swords, and Judgment. So you managed to change someone, whether this was an ex who was toxic or they were just a player, they enjoyed that bachelor life. This person doesn't want to be that way anymore. Matter of fact, they've gotten beat up so bad by the karma from the universe that they've not only turned into an emperor, which is someone who's focused on their goals, who's in control, someone who has, you know, a hand in where their life is headed, but this is also someone that's now goal oriented, or they now can see a future in some way. This may have been someone who liked to, you know, live in the moment. They make decisions in the moment, which means it could be impulsive decisions. This was someone who had succumbed to their toxic side or their shadow self. So all of those low vibrational energies that this emperor had, it's like all of those characteristics were amplified when they were dealing with you. And this is what also caused confusion. They had too many options at the time, too many paths, or the path was just cluttered in some way. This may have been a friend who snaked you out. Now because this friend has gone on to see what life is like without someone that you can truly trust and confide in, this person has a completely new perspective. So this may be a number of people depending on who's watching. Either or, you've defeated some sort of toxic tie, generational curse, and this is something that has been going on through your bloodline. It doesn't even necessarily have to be just the women. It could be the men as well. This is something that was some form of temptation. So the temptation can be lust, it can be greed, it can be gluttony, it can be anything that you're doing in excessiveness. So there is some form of tie that was keeping your bloodline stuck, but you're the first one who's decided to open up these keys. You have access to the Akashic records, and you are somebody who you basically give the downloads to the universe, because if you look at it, it starts with you, then it goes down to earth, not the other way around. So yeah, you're somebody who is supposed to be a spiritual leader. I feel like you may not even be from this planet X, Nibiru, maybe something that you resonate with, maybe even Sirius, Andromeda, or, you know, other galaxies, other planets, other solar systems, because from what I'm seeing, it's like you look human like everyone else, yes, but your energy signature and your soul origin is of something different, because you're here to help human beings ascend. But in order to get to this place of the emperor role, because this is energy that's being reflected, you're ascending, which means because you're ascending within yourself, you're creating a ripple effect, and it's causing everybody else to ascend as well. So the people from the past that you left behind, yes, there is a high chance that they're not the same way as well, because you've jumped into a completely new reality, which means things are different. The way you make money is different. The way people react to you is different. The kind of respect that you give out is different. You jumped in the new timeline and you left people in the completely old timeline. I don't know if that makes sense, but it's like quantum jumping. I'm tapping into some crazy things right now. But with Judgment, you're placing judgment on 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 people, possibly 3 women. Let me see. 1, 2, 3. Yeah. That's 3 women and 2 men in some way, shape, or form. Possibly even, yeah, 1, 2, 3. I think it's equal. 3 women, 3 men. Either way, whoever dealt with you in the past that treated you with disregard, that harmed you, any third parties that interfere with your past relationships. It doesn't matter if you're single right now and you're living your best life and everything's good. That past stuff is not forgotten. All that energy is coming back full circle. Things that happened to you 2 years back. Remember when people were possibly tag teaming you in some way energetically, trying to bully you, trying to get you to close your throat and to stop talking and to stop speaking truth. These are people that you were connected to. They made you feel like you had to beg for their love. You had to beg for their attention. You had to beg for their respect. However, the path that you were placed on, away from these people from the past, yes, at first it hurt because you did have to leave people behind that, you know, you cared about. Possible relationships, possible childhood friends, family members even. Either way, you're changing and the other people around you are changing as well, and they want a chance to come in and prove themselves. This is a past person they can't let you go because, for one, they're being faced with their own actions towards not just you but other people. It's like this person's it's like in the Christmas, I don't know if it's called A Christmas Carol, if that was the movie with Scrooge, when Scrooge had to go through lessons where he was being shown how he, you know, treated everyone with disregard. I feel like this is what's happening. Christmas, wintertime, oh, get ready. Winter's going to be crazy. It's going to be miracles and just unforeseen circumstances and things happening out of nowhere. So let's keep going. Ace of Pentacles, you're getting brand new beginnings, new opportunities, new job. I feel like this is just piggybacking off of the reading that we did a couple days ago, but because the energy is so close, that's why the messages are similar. But you are getting new opportunities, new jobs, new cars, new relationships, new friendships, new paths that you can take because you have defeated some sort of devil. And this devil energy could just be something that was suppressing you all along. This is like you letting fear succumb, your ideas. And so instead of you pursuing some sort of goal or creative outlet that you have because you're so afraid of like failing, you don't even make a move at all. And this is what's changing. You having the chance to possibly pursue something that you've always wanted to do. We also have the Fool in reverse. You're going to have people around you being reckless, talking to you reckless, lashing out at you. It has a lot to do with the transits and all the planets that are in retrograde right now, but you're being asked to move away from people who cannot move away from you. And I know that's difficult to say because I've been having past people just force themselves into my life. It doesn't matter if I block them. They make new numbers. They'll call me from private. Yeah, so it's just try your best to let go of things that didn't make you happy in the past, because now that people can see that you're happy on your own, they want to come back and suck all the life out of you once again so that they can go and manifest with your energy. And we've already learned that lesson, so we're not going to go through that again. Ten of Cups is also broken friendships, broken families, broken foundations. So you guys could be coming from situations where your family life in the past may have been dysfunctional, and if it wasn't, it's just you were involved in something that was not meant to be. It wasn't meant to go the long haul. Like, this situation had an expiration date. If this was a relationship, it had an expiration date. You were only supposed to be there for as long as you needed to learn that lesson. Because with the Nine of Pentacles right now, you're doing good on your own. Even if you're in a relationship, which I don't recommend people that are in healthy relationships to watch tarot. Even if you're in a relationship, it's mostly focused on independence, self-care, self-love, self-admiration, and away from this energy of stress, limited belief systems, pressure on yourself constantly, not resting. This is also depression. Yeah, I just got heavy depression vibes off of that, so just be careful. Also, watch your eating habits. Make sure you're eating enough fruits and vegetables so that you can get the right vitamins and nutrients to be able to stabilize your emotional body, especially if you're a woman. Making sure that, you know, you're drinking enough water a day. And yeah, and with the Five of Cups in reverse, you're coming out of this energy of feeling loss and grief, because this is how you were in the past, grieving things that could never be, shoulda, coulda, wouldas, and all the things that you just can't change. And this isn't me trying to be insensitive. It's just that you were in that energy for so long. Now that you're getting out of it, it's time for you to sneak away. I also feel like sneaky people are going to try to come back. People are going to try to sneak back into your life. And these are people that are still leaving evidence of transgressions. So if you have anyone from the past within the last 5 months come back to you, because that's what the number 5 and the Pentacles represents to me, don't take this situation back. Don't take the opportunity back. They're just playing you. They're trying to keep you stuck. They want to steal as much as they can from you. Energy, time, effort. This is also like past bosses returning to you with offers because they're realizing that they can't run whatever whatever project this was, it's like you were the person that was you were the glue of the situation. And once you quit, or once you left, or once they fired you, whatever happened in this situation, the foundation crumbled immediately after that. So I don't know who that's for. So let's take a look and see. Libra placements. What do you guys need to know? Three of Cups, Knight of Pentacles, the Sun, the Hermit, Death, Queen of Cups, the Lovers. So if you've been inside, it's time for you to go outside. Time for you to go out in nature, put your feet in grass. I don't even think you remember what that feels like for most of you. But it's time for you to kind of go out and enjoy nature, enjoy sunlight. This is happiness, joy, creativity, also things getting exposed. So I feel like someone around you is about to get exposed, and they're going to get exposed for being a cheater, a liar, for having third parties in some way, for having some sort of affair. This could even be like theft or embezzlement or some sort of activities involving like money being exposed in some way. So yeah, a lot's coming to light from what I'm seeing. But with the Queen of Cups, you're going to have a choice. You will have a choice between something brand spanking new and going back to the past and repairing a relationship, a friendship. And there is a chance that this friendship could blossom and even be stronger the second time. So this may have been a connection with this Queen of Cups, someone that you loved and cared for, where it was just like misunderstanding and miscommunication that tore the relationship apart. It wasn't like there was any betrayal. I feel like if you do have someone that you have fond memories of, that you still trust, that you feel like you still want this person back in your life, it's safe to reconcile. But if you have any past lovers that did you wrong, and I mean like spoke ill about you behind your back, went and, you know, conspired against you, caused you any type of stress intentionally, hurt you, any type of behavior of that manner, it's wise to retreat. It doesn't matter if they come in with gifts, because Libra season is coming up as well, which means your birthdays are coming up, which means it's going to be a lot of people trying to kiss up to you, trying to wine and dine you, so that you can't see through the illusion, and you're way smarter than that. So don't let anyone from the past come in and try to manipulate you in some way, shape, or form, and especially people that have status in some way, because the Knight of Pentacles can be somebody who's established. They're persistent. However, you know, they could be impatient, they could be lazy in some way. I can see myself having a life, business, and future with you. So if you cannot see yourself with someone that can help you provide the life that you want, or that you want for yourself, then you should not be entertaining that. Because at the end of the day, if you're just looking for something casual, then that's fine. But if you want something serious, then you have to put that energy out of blocking anything out that's not what you want. We also have stop spying. You're going to find what you're looking for, and it's going to sting. Okay, so we're going to take a look into that in a second. But we also have your family or your friend tried to approach me and I turned them down. So some of you may have had a snake in your circle in the past that went after your lover behind your back in some way. Some of you, this went it went like farther than it was supposed to, and this was like part of the secret that's going to get exposed. And this may have even happened years ago, but for some reason now the information is coming out now. Yeah, that's messy. I didn't appreciate you until I saw them taking what could have been mine. So those of you that are progressing and changing and evolving, you're looking good physically, you're taking care of yourself in your body, you're trying your best. As long as you're trying your best, that's all that matters. As long as you're putting effort, that's all that matters. We also have you betrayed me too, remember, it's not all my fault. So past people are not ready to take accountability because they're also trying to deflect the energy onto you. And yeah, anyone from the past, close the door. No one has made me want to change and become a better person like you. So you have caused people around you to change, whether you know it or not. And you may say, you know, people are not capable of change, but there are situations where individuals will end up being forced. And you're kind of like that tower moment that comes into people's lives to wake them up, especially if you deal with people that are very rigid and religious and they don't really believe in like spirituality and things of that nature. When you go into their life, you basically change the whole perspective of their mindset, and you create a ripple effect, whether you know it or not. So when it comes to that stop spying, you're going to find what you're looking for, and it's going to sting. What is this that's being hidden from you that you need to know? Palace of Cups, Temperance. So someone has deep emotions for you. They don't have I feel like this is someone with an ego or someone that has a lot of options, and they don't want to do the walk of shame to come back and to explain everything that happened, and, you know, to have to explain themselves. But they are facing justice, and they're being forced to sit down. So whatever past person that you were connected to, friend, lover, boss, whatever, anything that they try to manifest within the next 9 months because of what was done to you, none of their prayers are going to be heard. None of them. And with the Ace of Cups, this person will have to be, they will have to come back and give you some form of apology, whether they have to write you a letter, whether they have to call you and text you in some way, shape, form, or fashion. There's someone from the past that's being forced to come in with an apology or an emotional offer, or an offer to restart things, because how they left, or the fact that they ghosted you, or, you know, the fact that they left the situation just in the most horrific way and thought that they were going to get away with it. Maybe in the past they were, but with you, you're different. You're favored. So anyone that tries to, you know, harm you and think that they're going to get away with it, it does not matter whether it's 1 year later, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. They're going to have to do that walk of shame eventually. And from what it looks like, it's like 2 to 6 people are, yeah, they're going to have to pay the piper. Last but not least, what do Libra placements need to know? The Fool, take risks. Don't be afraid of failure, because sometimes you have to learn things by trial and error. So sometimes it's better to try and fail than not to try at all. And we also have the Two of Wands. You will have a choice between choosing a new direction, focusing on yourself. If you're, you know, working at a job and you're dissatisfied, you will have a chance to possibly pivot into something better for you, an opportunity that will come up out of nowhere. Now, if you're in a relationship and things have been rocky, then this is a sign that you may have to choose a new direction and put up your boundaries where necessary. Just trust your intuition. But there is movement forward. I also see like a new car in store here for 20% of you watching. But the more that you stand in your truth and your authenticity, you'll always have your way. It's like you will always have a way. You'll always be protected. You'll always be watched over, as long as you stand in your truth and your power, and you don't allow stress to succumb. Because some of you are like overthinkers, and you can overthink yourself into negative situations, and you have a tendency of attracting people that want to defeat you, or they want to pull one over on you. And it's because they can see their strength, and in a way it's like they have to prove themselves that they're worthy by trying to knock you down, even though that's the complete opposite of what worthiness is. It's just like, yeah. But maintain your emotional self, because the Knight of Cups is someone who is very chivalrous, attractive, affectionate, charming, loving, nurturing. Whether you're male or female, these are the characteristics that you normally have. Like, you're magnetic, you're imaginative, romantic, you know. You can make a good negotiator because you're very peaceful and loving. At your core, you're somebody who can be very sensitive. I just feel like at times you have to have this shield with people as a Queen of Swords, because certain people don't deserve this version of you. So you have to decide, and you have to meet people with how they approach you, because this is not someone that you want to play with. The Queen of Swords will cut you out so fast. She will cut your head off, he or she. But you are the embodiment of strength, not only because of the things that you've gone through, but with how you tolerate and you deal with situations that are difficult. You are someone who's strong, and that brings in a lot of envy, a lot of jealousy, and a lot of people that wear masks around you because they don't want you to see them for who they truly are. So be aware of the company that you're keeping. So let me get my Essential Messages deck. Let's see. What do Libra placements need to know about? We need to talk ASAP. You see how that's in reverse? It's like we don't need to talk because you already know what the deal is. These are people that are desperate to talk to you. They're desperate to get some form of energy force from you, whether it's through a conversation, an argument. Sometimes like negative energy is still energy. There's still people that thrive off of, you know, causing people to react or causing people to be emotional and to cry. I'm sure you know that, dealing with like narcissism. We also have self-care as advised. Love you more. It's more about you, loving yourself. That's what's more important. Friends with benefits in reverse. So we're not entertaining those type of energies anymore, because it's almost like disrespectful to yourself at that point. And this is what you're going to be attracting more of. People that don't want other options. Look, I want someone else to explore other options. They don't want that. And if it's any past people or connections that were in the past that, you know, left you for someone else, or they left you for the single life, or they left you to be, you know, a bachelor, yeah, they're regretting that now. Because if, look, it says, please just hear me out. These people don't want to be in that. If they can't have you, they don't want those other people as well. Because you're the energy that's, it's like you're the life force. So if these people that you were connected to, they didn't realize that until you were 100% disconnected from them. And once they could still have their options and they were still dissatisfied, still unhappy, still depressed, they realized that you were the light. But they're not sorry. I was blind. I'm sorry. They're not sorry. Because these are people in the past that need to do shadow work. They need to work on themselves. They're unhealed. So therefore, they deflect all of their wounds and all of their issues onto you. And that's not your problem. And last but not least, it says, I wish you were dead. But this is in reverse. So in the past, you may have attracted a lot of people that just had deep envy and hatred for you because of the fact that you were so giving and loving and caring and nurturing. And despite the things that you had been through in the past, like, you were still very soft at the core. And these are people that are now wishing that they can have access to you. So in the past, everyone that you gave to, that took advantage of you, who didn't see you, who pushed you off to the side, now, like, they would do anything for just crumbs of you. And that's how the tables turn. We also have X affecting the connection. So you do have exes that will still want you back. They don't want to plot against you anymore because they were secretly plotting against you, whether it was one way or another. By not truly being invested, by juggling you with other people, by being deceitful and lying. And these are people that had deep childhood trauma, PTSD, and they deflected that onto you. You know, they wanted to live that player life, having sex with several people, and that's not the case anymore. So you've changed someone. You've changed the player. You've changed people that, you know, had deep-rooted issues. And that's your power. So yeah, like, share, subscribe, leave me a comment, and I hope you guys have a good rest of your day. Bye.